What's up, everybody? It's Erica here from The In-Between. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any Make Money Online reviews just like this one. If you're watching this video, you've probably come across the Tax Lien Code by Brian Petersen. It's this online course that claims to teach you how to invest in tax liens and start building wealth through real estate without buying houses or flipping properties. But before you dive into something that deals with county auctions, government paperwork, and all the confusing stuff that comes along with real estate, I want to talk about what's actually inside this course, how this business model really works, and whether or not it makes sense for beginners looking to make money online in 2025, or if you're looking for something way more simpler, more passive, and easier to learn. I also share what I do instead in the link below, which has brought me consistent income online for the past 2 years now. And just a quick disclaimer here, guys, I'm not affiliated with Brian Petersen or his Tax Lien Code in any way. This is just my honest opinion based on what I've seen, what I've researched, and what I've learned from being in this space myself. With that being said, let's dive right in. All right, so Tax Lien Code is a program created by Brian Petersen, and the whole idea behind it is teaching people how to invest in tax lien certificates. Basically, these are legal claims against properties where the owner hasn't paid their property taxes. And if you buy a tax lien, you're basically stepping in and paying the taxes for them. And in return, you can either earn interest on your money when the owner pays up, or in some cases, you can even end up owning the property if they never pay. It's definitely one of those lesser known real estate plays, and Brian positions it as a great way for people to start building wealth, especially if you're looking for an alternative to traditional investing or house flipping. So what do you actually get when you join the Tax Lien Code? From what I could gather, the course includes training videos that walk you through the basics of tax lien investing, like how to find tax lien auctions, how to evaluate which liens are actually worth buying, and how to navigate the legal steps involved. Brian also includes some advanced training that goes into strategies for scaling, reinvesting properties, and possibly acquiring properties. There's also some support included, like a private Facebook group and Q&A calls, which can be helpful if you are brand new. But honestly, most of what you're paying for here is information you can technically research on your own if you've got the patience to comb through government websites and city records. With that said, the course does aim to simplify the whole process, but there are still a lot of confusing stuff involved. You're dealing with local laws, deadlines, auctions, legal terms, and the fact that each state does things a little differently. Some are tax lien states, while others are tax deed states, and understanding the difference between these can get confusing. When it comes to Brian's online rep, according to his website, he's educated over 40,000 investors and has helped his students invest in over $30 million worth of tax liens. Beyond that, he's got a ton of student testimonials on his own website, as you can see here. And their public Facebook page has over 45,000 followers. And on the BBB, there are tons of complaints, mostly about aggressive sales tactics and people being pushed into high-ticket coaching. A lot of students say they were promised easy wins, but ended up with little to no support, even after asking within the trial window. It's a pattern that keeps showing up, and that's never a good sign. And Reddit doesn't exactly help their case either. People there describe the events as sales-heavy seminars where the real goal seems to be selling a $30,000 membership program, not actually teaching tax lien investing. Most say that they walked away confused with even more questions than answers. Beyond that, there are plenty of comments that I saw in here about losing at least $1,000 or more just for the mentorship itself. Now, speaking of the price, to get into the Tax Lien Code, you will have to book a discovery call first. But from what I've heard, it can cost anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, just depending on the package you get pitched. Now, that is a big investment for something that still comes with a ton of unknowns. And on top of the course cost, you still have to actually buy the tax liens themselves. Needless to say, that's a ton of money out of pocket up front, and you're also going to need to budget for tools, maybe even travel if your state doesn't offer online auctions, and possibly even legal help if things get messy. So while Brian markets it as a passive real estate model, it's not really that passive. You're risking money in a system you probably don't fully understand yet, and you're counting on homeowners to eventually pay up, or worse, default and stick you with a property you didn't even want in the first place. Not only that, but the whole idea that you can swoop in and start making easy money by simply buying someone else's unpaid taxes and getting the property is not usually how it plays out. Most liens don't end up in property ownership, and the interest you do end up earning depends heavily by location. Some states cap it so low it's not even worth your time. Plus, it could take months or even years just to see a return on your investment. That's not the kind of cash flow most beginners are looking for. You want something that brings in money a whole lot sooner, not after a year of chasing down paperwork and hoping someone finally pays their bill. Now, if you're looking for something more reliable, more beginner friendly, and honestly way more higher margin than digging through auction listings and dealing with counties, this is where I tell you guys about what I do instead, called the digital rental method. I build one-page simple websites for local services, think stuff like junk removal, landscaping, or in my case, fencing repair, and I rank those websites to the very top of Google. I don't own any of these businesses. I simply just own the website and the phone number. So anytime someone in that city searches and calls that number listed, it rings directly to a real business, and I get paid for every single lead that comes through. Once your site is up and ranking and all of the calls are starting to come in, you offer all of those leads to a local business owner that needs them. They pay you a flat monthly finder's fee every single month for all of those calls, and the best part is, once your sites are set up, they barely require any maintenance. If you guys have been following me for a while, then you know I've personally been doing this for over 2 years now, and it's brought in consistent income for me every single month without dealing with government offices, legal notices, or any real estate risks. Just straight up digital real estate, which means way lower barrier to entry, way easier to scale, and you're building online assets that continue to work for you even when you're not. All right, guys, that's it for my review of the Tax Lien Code program by Brian Petersen. If you found this review helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more honest reviews just like this, and drop down in the comments to let me know your thoughts on today's video. And if you want to learn more about how I make money online with local lead generation, then go ahead and check out the link in the description below for a free training that walks you through the entire model and how it works in more detail. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.